Hi, I'm Brianna.
And I'm Akira.
And you're watching
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Well, we have another interesting heavyweight matchup this weekend. Alexander Povetkin versus Bermane-Stiverne. I feel that this fight can surprisingly be a very, very entertaining fight. Both fighters are trying to get back into the mix. Bermane-Stiverne, he had a little bit of a scare in his last fight where he was knocked down against journeyman Derek Rossi. And of course, before that fight, he lost his title to Deontay Wilder. So there's a lot on the line for both fighters. You have Alexander Povetkin, who had a shot at Deontay Wilder, but he screwed up by failing a drug test for PEDs. So if Povetkin were to win this fight, he would most likely get a Deontay Wilder fight next, possibly, because Deontay Wilder's people, they've already said they were interested in fighting Alexander Povetkin, despite him failing an Olympic-style drug test. Now, when I asked Bermane-Stiverne what he thought about Alexander Povetkin as an opponent, he thought that Alexander Povetkin was basically tailor-made for his style. He said because Alexander Povetkin, he's going to come forward, he's aggressive. So with him saying that, he thinks that it's going to be, I won't say easy, but he just feels that Povetkin has the perfect style for him. I don't know if that's necessarily true, though, because Alexander Povetkin, even though he's an aggressive fighter, he does come equipped with intelligence. I'm not saying he's one of the slickest and smartest boxers out there, but we're talking about a gold medalist, Olympic gold medalist. So someone with an extensive amateur pedigree that can not only come forward, but he can box, he can counterpunch. So it'll be really interesting. It'll really be interesting to see how this fight goes down. But I truly believe that both fighters are going to be pushed. They're going to be pushed to the limit. The fact that Alexander Povetkin, he's looked fresher in his last fight compared to Bermane-Stiverne. The fight is in Alexander Povetkin's backyard. It almost makes Bermane-Stiverne somewhat of an underdog. So, we'll see what happens. Once again, we know that Alexander Povetkin, he stands in the center of the ring and he comes forward, but he's somewhat of a counterpuncher, aggressive type fighter, if that makes any sense. In other words, he likes to come forward, but he likes to set you up with traps when he does come forward. He likes to slip your jab, throw the right hand, and basically, like I said, just set you up with traps. So this will be a very interesting fight. Very, very interesting fight. I wonder if Bermane-Stiverne, if he's going to lay on the ropes like he did with Chris Arreola, or is he going to keep the fight in the center of the ring, which seems like it would make more sense. Keep the fight in the center of the ring and catch him with some of those sneaky big old bombs that Bermane-Stiverne throws. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. Once again, I'm looking forward to watching this fight. We keep getting great heavyweight matchups. Last weekend, we had Joshua versus Molina. We had Joseph Parker versus Ruiz. And we had Derek Chisora versus Dylan White, which were all great fights, especially the Chisora versus White fight. I actually just finally got some time to watch that fight today because I had just came back from Florida for the WBC convention, so I had to get caught back up on a lot of fights that I actually missed in that busy-ass weekend of boxing we had last weekend. I haven't even seen the Terrence Crawford fight yet. Matter of fact, excuse me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna probably go ahead and watch that fight after I do this video, since I just brought it up and mentioned it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for now. So I'll be looking forward to watching this fight this weekend. And it's really interesting because with the Dylan White fight, with Dylan winning that fight, he now becomes, eventually, I don't know if he's the mandatory yet, but now he's in position to fight for Deontay Wilder's belt. And then you have these guys, Alexander Povetkin and Bermane-Stiverne. They're going to put themselves in position to fight Wilder as well, and the other title holders. So it'll be really interesting to see how all this plays out. But that's pretty much all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.